be familiar with uh, web technologies. Be familiar with web technologies to conduct web testing. Conduct web testing efficiently. Getting this point, did you understand this one, Srinivas?
Yes, sir.
Be familiar with web technologies to conduct web testing efficiently means, say, we are going to test we are going to test web applications using Selenium. Be familiar with web technologies at least. You need not to learn deeply, just what is what. And one more thing, web testing can be done manually also. Himo, getting this point?
Yes, sir.
Uh, we are going to conduct web functional testing, web application functional testing, web application performance testing also there, that is different. Web application functional testing. Web application functional testing can be done in can be done in two ways. Sandhya. Web application functional testing can be done in two ways, Sandhya. One is traditional manual testing, another is automated testing. Getting the point?
Sir, yes, sir.
If you want to conduct manually or using any test tool, be familiar with web technologies at least. And one more thing, Srinivas, web performance testing, web application performance testing be done in a single way. What is that way?
No idea.
What? No idea. Using automated testing only.
Okay.
Getting the point. See, functional testing, you can conduct manually or using test tool. But performance testing, manual testing is impractical. Suppose if you want to apply 5,000 users load on your application as per customer requirement or benchmark, can you arrange 5,000 missions and 5,000 concurrent users?
No, sir.
No. Using test tool, we can create virtual users and apply thousands of users load. Getting the point?
Yeah, yes, sir. Makes sense.
But good. But for functional testing, Nayak, you can conduct manually or using any test tool, or you can follow hybrid model. Hybrid model also, Himo. Getting the point?
Yes, sir.
Hybrid model. So some important functionals, critical functionals, they may use manual testing for regression testing. See, first cycle of comprehensive testing, complete testing means executing all possible test cases. For comprehensive testing, some companies use manual testing. Next, for regression testing, companies prefer automated testing. See, comprehensive testing one time, regression testing multiple times. Regression cycle 1, cycle 2, cycle 3, cycle 4. Next, on maintenance, so many regressions. Once you create test cases, you can reuse test case multiple times in automated testing. Okay. Here, what are the important technologies? Observe, familiar with these technologies, Sandhya. Familiar with HTML, Sandhya. What is the role of, just it is general topic. Be familiar with this one. It is not our syllabus. What is the role of HTML? HTML stands for hypertext markup language. See, for name, it is language, but it is not a pure programming language. It is not a pure programming language, Nayak. It is tag-based language. Here, no control flow statements, isn't it?
Right, sir.
Yes, sir.
No conditional statements, no loop statements in HTML. For that, we use code components. See, in HTML, Srinivas, script tag is there. There, we can embed embedded this that one JavaScript code components. Getting the point?
Okay, sir.
We can embed JavaScript like scripting language, scripting components into HTML tags using script tag. That is different. What is the purpose of HTML? Can you tell me, Sandhya? What is the role of HTML in web? It's very simple. Very simple.
You can go ahead, sir. I may not say it properly.
Okay,
Sir. Sorry, sir.
Cool. Very simple. Azhar, Sharif, what is the role of HTML in web applications? Web page design na? Web page design. Next, what is the role of XML in our web applications? Nayak, you have a lot of experience now. Tell me, what is the role of XML? Are you conducting web applications testing? Nayak?
No, sir. Right now,
Okay,
we
cool,
are dealing
cool.
only with SAP application.
Okay, cool. You tell me, Srinivas, what is the role of XML in our web applications?
Sir, data transfer.
Data transporter. Data transporter. Say, using XML HIMO, we can transport Oracle data to SQL Server database, SQL Server data to MySQL database, etc. Okay. XML is data transporter. Next, CSS, cascading style sheets. It is for enhancing web page design. Next, client-side scripting. Client-side scripting is not our syllabus. Client-side scripting. Generally, for client-side scripting, web developers or web designers use JavaScript. JavaScript code components can be embedded with HTML pages. Client-side scripting. Next, server-side scripting. For example, you know VBScript na Nayak.
Yes, sir.
VBScript can be embedded with ASP. ASP stands for Active Server
.NET.
Pages. In Java, JSP, Java Server Pages. Okay, client-side scripting, server-side scripting. Next, containers, JSP, Java Server Pages, or ASP.NET is there na?
Yes, sir.
Container. Don't go in depth, just what is what? Container. Next, in web applications, web servers are important, Sandhya. Web servers are important, Sandhya. Web servers,
Yes, sir.
web servers for processing client request, client-side scripting, and server-side scripting, client-side scripting, and server-side scripting. Now tell me, give me one or two examples for web servers. One or two examples. Web servers.
Chrome server.
Chrome is not server. Chrome is browser. Chrome is browser.
Selenium web server.
Don't use
Sorry.
invalid terms. Okay, cool. Invalid terms. You give one or two examples for web servers in the industry. Azure. Apache web server is there now. Take this one.
Oh, okay, sir. Yeah.
Apache. Apache web server is there. Java web server is there. For .NET applications, Nayak, in Windows environment, one web server is built in. In Windows operating environment, Srinivas, one web server is built in. That is IaaS. Internet Information Service is there now.
Yes, sir.
Apache web server, Pramati web server, so many web servers are there. Next, for distributed applications, HIMO, distributed applications. Suppose online banking is distributed application. Online banking can interact with core banking, branch automation, ATM banking, credit card management systems for business operations. For distributed applications, web developers use application servers. Application servers. Can you give one or two examples for application servers? Srinivas? Suppose Microsoft Complex is there. Component object model. Com means component object model. Complex is there. Next, for ALM, are you using ALM Nayak? ALM also web application Nayak. It is using
Yes,
one
sir.
web server. ALM also using one web server and database server. ALM default database SQL server. It supports Oracle also if you provide runtime. Next, ALM uses one application server, that is JBoss. We heard this name. JBoss also web server. Next, other HIMO. We heard this one, WebLogic,
Yeah.
WebSpeare. These are
Okay.
application servers. Okay. Next, database server. Database servers. It is a simple question to Sandhya. What are the popular database servers? Those
Oracle.
can be
Oracle.
Oracle.
SQL database servers.
Pardon?
Do you have SQL database servers?
Yes, MS SQL.
MS SQL. Okay.
MS SQL. Just SQL is structured query language. MS SQL server is
Database
RDB,
server.
database management system. RDBMS. Okay. Next, MySQL. MySQL. Next, SyBase. Next, DB2. DB2. It is mainframe database. Next, DB400, AS400 database, etc. All are relational database management systems. Srinivas, getting?
Yes, sir.
Suppose your company using SQL databases. SQL databases. Or another name of SQL databases are relational. Relational databases. Databases. Suppose your company using NoSQL also, for example. Nowadays, it is also important topic. It launched in, it is appeared nearly 2020 years old. It is also, but SQL 40 plus years old. SQL first launched in 1978. more than 40 years. NoSQL, 20 years. NoSQL databases. Agrahimu, NoSQL databases. Or you can say
Yes.
non-relational.
Okay.
Non-relational. Non-relational databases. Nowadays, so many companies use non-relational databases also. Sandhya, why relational databases are not sufficient for some business operations? For example, banking operations are there. Accounts, term deposits, loans, for that tabular format, relational databases are enough. But for suppose social networking website, Facebook, Srinivas, for Facebook, no SQL database is not sufficient. No SQL database. Suppose if you type one message to your friends, that message also data, that is unstructured format now.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Suppose you are sending one video file to your friend, audio file to your friend, that is video also data, audio file also data, graph also data, the graphics also data, but they are unstructured or semi-structured or structured data, maybe. So that is no SQL now.
Yeah.
Now, Nayak, can you tell me one or two important NoSQL databases? One or two important NoSQL databases, Nayak, Ajhar. Okay. We heard this one. MangoDB.
Sir, how about Couchbase or something?
Yes, that is also. MangoDB, you heard this one? MangoDB. Next,
Yes.
I think couchdb, Redis, Cassandra, etc. Okay. This is the list of important web technologies, Srinivas.